What's up, everybody? Welcome to World. Shit. It's been a while since I did this, man. Hey, it's been a couple weeks. But man, I'm right back into it. Welcome to Dragon Riders Media. I'm your host, Vincent, aka Dragon Rider, baby. And man, it's another Behind the Bullshit podcast. Yes, I think it's episode 40, man. This is great stuff. A lot of great guests, man. Continuing to bring in the bangers, you know what I mean? So let's welcome to the stage the man himself from Who Dat Nation, you know what I'm saying? Wisdom. Let's go, baby.
What's up, man? This is not the greatest at this time, not the greatest at that time, but the greatest New Orleans Saints content creator of all time. Your boy Wisdom the Gamer, man. Let's do it. What's going on? How you been, brother?
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, I'm happy to link up with you, man. Hey, my people speak very, very highly of you, man. You put out some great content, some energetic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some engaging stuff, and you own it, man. I love it, man. And you know what? One of the big things I like, man, is just that that like you like to call out the people when they need to be called out, that type of thing. You don't just hop on the bandwagon and just like, oh, everything's nice, sunshine and rainbows. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I mean, you've been so all right. Let's bring it back for a little bit. We're gonna start from the beginning, from the top. Who are you? Where are you from?
Man, I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm a gamer, a Saints fan. It's pretty much what it is, man. I got into this around COVID when COVID hit. I'm sitting at home like everybody else.
Yeah.
Playing video games. I'm a big gamer. I'm sitting here playing Madden actually, and I'm playing this guy on Madden. Believe it or not, at that time I had no idea what streaming was. So I'm hearing this guy on the mic. I beat him. I was like top 10 in the world. I beat him. I get off and he's sending me these messages. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, man, you have to play me again. He was like, I was like, well, I'm going to bed. It's like almost 1 a.m. And he's like, man, you got to play me again, bro. Like the people love your energy. They love the trash talk because I talk a lot of trash. They say, we need to get you on, bro. They loving it. And so I was, to be honest with you, I was like, okay, what's streaming? You know?
That's where a lot of us start out, man. Because man, I wish I was doing this back when, you know, and a lot of us say that back in, you know, when I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You know what I'm saying? Like I was ranked like I think I was ranked like under 1,000 in the nation, dude. And like I didn't know nothing about that. And like when, you know, back then when it was like early YouTube, you know, it's just a bunch of goofy people on there just doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, it ain't nothing. That's dumb. I wish, man, with the type, I didn't know that they was making the type of money that they was making back then.
I didn't know. I had no clue. I'm an old school gamer, dude. Like, I mean, all the way back. So I had no clue that this generation was doing that. So I'm listening to him, and I keep hearing as I'm playing him and beating him again. And I'm talking trash, but he's not upset. Like most people I beat, I'm talking trash. They're upset. Yeah. He wasn't upset. He was like, "Thank you for the 300. Thank you for the 400." And
he was cashing in. He was
cashing in on me. And
he was loving it. I bet he loved that check.
So at the end of the game, he was thanking me. He was like, "Dude, I made so much with you. Whatever." He's like, "Dude, you're entertaining. You should do this. Whatever." Now, I couldn't go to sleep. Like after that, I was up all night thinking, I can't believe this. And I went and watched his page, everything. Yeah. Next morning, dude, I'm on Amazon. I'm everywhere. I'm ordering stuff. The next week, all kind of stuff coming to my house. Desk, computer, monitor. You don't have nothing to do anyway. It's COVID. So I'm putting all this stuff together. I'm like, hey, let me put all this stuff together. I got the family looking at me like he's lost his mind during COVID.
Look, I was just about to ask you that because most of the time especially when you starting out, people are like, man, you too old to be doing this. What are you?
Exactly.
You ain't Mr. Beast. Come on now, get off of there.
Exactly.
What are you doing, bro? Like, you know. So did you get a lot of that from like friends and family?
I got a lot of that, except for my kids. My kids are supportive. Okay. You know, they were in on it because that's their thing. But it was just weird for them. Like, oh, he's getting into this. You know.
Yeah.
And they looked at it as a hobby. So I just started doing it, man. I got on Madden and I was already a really good player at Madden. I'm doing that. I'm playing. And something happened, and I kind of needed that. I needed to do the Madden stuff because if you're in the Madden community, they talk so much trash. You hear so much that you start to kind of build. You're immune to trash talk, So anything people say in the comments or negative stuff, I was like, man, I could take it all. I've heard it all. I've said it all. At
Yeah.
this point. Then one day, as a Saints fan, I'm watching our team and they're having a losing season. Dennis Allen comes on, our coach, and he apologizes to our rival team, to Atlanta Falcons. He gets on and he apologizes to the team we hate the most. I'm so upset. I hit the record button, and I give him a Madden trash talk, and I post it.
Yo.
The next morning is going crazy, and I'm like, what are all these followers? And I'm just getting likes and follow. I'm like, what is going on? I said, oh, y'all like that? I got a lot more to say about this team.
Oh, I love that.
And it kind of segued me into what I really was meant to do. I feel like this is what I was really meant to do, and this is what I love doing. I love gaming, but I love this. This is what I want to do. I'm a Saints fan, and talking Saints football, I'm like, come on, man.
Have you always been a Saints fan though?
I've always been a Saints fan.
Okay.
And when I decided to do the podcasting, I thought I didn't just jump into that. I stepped back. I started to see the community growing, and I said, okay, what do I want from a podcast? And better yet, what don't I want from a podcast? So I was like, okay, I don't want to do the boring stats podcast where I just throw a bunch of numbers at you. I said, I don't want to be boring.
A lot of people be doing that, bro.
Yeah,
it's
like
washed out.
You're going to bore them. Like I was like, what would entertain me? And I was like, just telling it how it is. Saints fans, like, water cooler. What do you really think about the team? Instead of sitting here and saying, hey guys, our coach, he's okay. We need to. He effing sucks. People want to hear that. You think it, I think it. He sucks. Why can't we just say that? Why are we going around how we really feel? And I noticed that there were like-minded people who felt the exact same way I felt. They felt like, hey, you know what? We hate what's going on too. We hate the direction we're going in also. There's a lot of us that were Drew Brees fans, and we went through that era. And to turn around and have a team that's losing, we couldn't take it anymore. In the way the direction the organization was going, it felt like nobody was standing up to the organization or saying something. So I wanted to be the voice for the voiceless. I was like, we're gonna have a community that's going to say the things that need to be said and have to be said, and we're gonna make it fun. We're going to make it fun. My whole community is about fun, man. Like, we're going to have a great time. We're interactive. I speak to all my chat. We have fun games during the podcast. We flip the whole podcast thing around. This is all about how much fun we can have in 2 hours.
Hey, that's the point. And that's the point too. And what I found out is that a lot of people, they enjoy the content when it's real too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, like, did I hand you a script before we had it got on here?
No.
I was like, look, I'm about to hit record.
And everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, man. It was all God sent, because I think of those days where I was doing the Madden trash talking, and I used everything. I used everything to build my podcast, all my experiences, everything to build my podcast, whether it was my gaming experience to build live games that we can play together, or just my trash talking. So you can come into my podcast from another team and talk trash. I will put you on Discord and I'll rip you to shreds, and the fans love it. I will put you on. I won't kick you out. I will welcome you to the Discord, and you tell me your grievance, and I'll tell you why you're full of shit. That's what I do.
Now, do you get a lot? You get a lot of people come in there, and it's just like they ignorant about the sport, and they just want to they just trolling, or you get some people that come in that actually know what they're talking about, and then but you still you still get that opportunity to kind of shut them down, because what I mean, is it kind of both, or what do you usually get most? What do you usually get most of though?
Ignorance is ignorance, but they're fun too, because they really run out of things to say. Once you start, those are the types you hit them with stats. Like, did you remember? And they get stuck and they get mad, and then it becomes a cussing fest and you're out. That's it. But what I really like to do, I understand that some of our fans don't understand the game of football. So what I try to, they love watching their team, but there's certain parts of the game they didn't know. And I love making sure that my fans become smart. You know, like I'm going to take it and I'm going to break it down in a way that anybody can understand the game. I may go on my screen and just start putting X's and O's on the screen. And hey, guys, before I tell you we need an edge rusher, first of all, is there anyone in here that don't know what an edge rusher is? Because there's fans like that. They love the Saints. They may not know. I'm not going to keep talking and you don't have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me break down to you what this position is, why it's important. Then I'm going to tell you why I think we should get said player. You know, and they feel like I'm learning, but he's not treating me as if I'm a child or I'm stupid. He's understanding that everybody doesn't know everything. you know.
Yeah. So did you grow up playing? Play football as kids?
I did. Running back, cornerback, man. Northside High School. Running back, cornerback. You know?
Well, hey,
we played both ways before Travis Hunter, buddy. We didn't have enough players. You don't have a choice.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I played football my freshman year in high school, bro, and I think I made it like halfway through the season. I was like, this ain't for me.
Dude. You know.
I was like, nah, this ain't for me, man. I gotta pick something else. So I ended up wrestling.
Football. That's what I was gonna tell you. I did wrestling. I don't understand. I was a wrestler too. So when you're saying you couldn't take football, wrestling is 10 times harder. The wrestling workouts, are you crazy? Like, man, what?
I loved it though. I loved it though, man. Hey, for 3 years, man, I lived and breathed wrestling, bro. I was like, and you know what? Because so especially in my weight class, because I was the only one that was in 171. So like in my weight class, I was the only one in my school that was in that weight class. So like when I went up, like everybody cheered for me, stuff like that. I was like, yeah, you know, like because I was not, dude. I'm telling you, football. I was not any kind of outstanding play I was just another number that was on the field that nobody recognized, you know?
Yeah.
But when I was wrestling, I was like, okay, I had a little bit of clout. You know, I had girls that kind of wanted to wear my jacket shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a different type of pressure, though. See, like, to me, with wrestling, and you could probably attest to this, the training to become a wrestler, to me, is harder than football. To me,
it is, man. It is, man.
Training to be a good wrestler is harder than football, and there's something else that comes with wrestling. There's nobody else to blame. Yeah, you know, it's all on you. The light is on you. You get pinned, you got pinned. There's no excuses. It's rough. It's rough. Man, I could tell you a funny story, but I might get in trouble with my son because he wrestled. I'm gonna tell it anyway though, because that's what I do.
Go ahead.
I'm hoping he don't watch it.
You can't dangle it out there and not, you know what I mean?
My son wrestled at 125, man, and he was starting out. He was doing good. Actually, to be honest with you, his first year, he almost made it to state. He finished like second, you know, but he was really good. But in one of his matches, I'm watching him. He didn't want to lose in front of me, man. He just didn't want to get pinned. So the kid jumps up and starts screaming, and they're like, "What happened?" And they're like, I think he bit him. And so being the dad, you know, I'm coming down like there's no way you bit him. Like you didn't bite the kid. So I looked at, I said, you didn't bite the kid. So before I even ask my son and get a real answer from him, I go up to the ref and I go up to the other coach. I'm like, there's no way he didn't bite him. Why, you know, what happened? So they pull the kid's thing and he has this bite mark. So I turn to my son, I say, okay, let's go. Let's go. Like, that dude really, you didn't want to lose that bad, really? You know,
hey,
he got a lot done.
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm proud of you for really doing, but it's like, hey, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can't do that. It was like, I think it was his first time really about to, like, he was about to lose, and the reality of I'm about to lose, I guess that's what made him do it.
Yeah,
but
hey. I like the struggle, hey, man.
He's gonna hate me for telling y'all that story. He's gonna hate me. I hope he doesn't see this. You're gonna hate me for
But you
telling
know
y'all
what?
that
That's
story.
part of them stories that you're gonna tell. You're gonna tell until the day. You know what I'm saying? Until the end, man. Because that's part of man. That's a for what it is. That's a bonding moment. You know what I'm saying? That's father and son. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
it was a moment already.
he was struggling for me, and he went to the teeth and nail.
He got absolutely. And you know what? He's probably gonna say you could have told all the stories of the matches I won, and you choose that story. But none of those stories are more entertaining than that story. This is the story, dude. Like, yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. So with the podcast and everything, I mean, have you had any of like the team reach out to you or anything? Like, hey man, I like the stream, I like your knowledge.
No, man, I've been full speed. Like, I don't pay attention to nothing that much.
Really?
I'm full speed. I try to be there every day. My thing is, it's not about the team so much. I love my team, I do.
Yeah.
But I know sometimes I'm gonna say things they're not gonna like, and I understand that. I just gotta keep it 100. I love my community more than anything.
Okay.
I love my community, man. So every day I get up for them, because they're the ones, they push me into this. Like, I started off, I'm going to do one podcast. They're like, no, we need 2, we need 3, we need all week, and they're going to support it. That's the thing about the Saints community. They will support a party. So, well, they'll support a party. Like, we'll support it. We want you to get to partner with Facebook. We'll do whatever it takes. We need you to be here every day. And now we've added the 360 podcast, which is an evening podcast, because now I'm getting messages. Hey, my schedule changed. I work later. I missed the live podcast. I'm bummed out. Can you do something for the evenings? I was like, well, I can't do it every day. It'll take too much. But if I could do it 3 times out of the week, would that be okay? And add a Saturday because the season's over. And they love that ideal also.
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Especially for as far as content creation, what I've seen for people that are able to listen to their communities, man. That's how you keep a community and grow it, is by listening to some of their needs. Whether you can do it or not, at least they like, hey, man, he actually said, responded to me and actually listened, and you know what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, that's part of it, man. I mean, that's how Mr. Beast grew his. That's how all the other big ones, you know what I'm saying? That's how they grew their followers and stuff, man. They actually paid attention to their communities, man. So big shout out and ups to you for that.
I love my community. Like, and when I mean that I love my community, because we've been doing this. It's been about almost a year. Every single day I'm up in the morning. I spend more time with them than almost anybody else every morning. And it's not just during the podcast. They'll message me, and they may have issues they're going through, and I will talk through it, off screen. Wow. Nothing to do with that. Yeah. They'll reach out to me, hey Wiz, I'm going through this, and we'll talk it out, and we'll figure it out. And sometimes they'll get me to do some things that I don't feel like doing. I have one of the games that I play, because I have multiple games I build in podcasts that they play.
Okay.
The Saints oriented games that we play. And one of the games is a really popular game. And one of my one of our community members text me. He's going through, he has cancer, and he was going through chemo, and he was like, man, I really want to play Salary Cap King, one of the games that you have, but that game takes a lot to set up, and I'm about to go live in a few minutes. So I'm scrambling to build his game for him, because he sends me the picture of him doing chemo. He's like, man, I'm in here right now, excited about doing Salary Cap King. And I'm in my mind, I wasn't even going to do that today, but now I got to scramble to get it done, because that's just how much they're like my family. They really are.
Wow, that's amazing, man. I mean, like I said, man, that's part of that going that extra mile for your community stuff, man. I mean, that's it. That's where it's at. I mean, it's equally rewarding. And like you said, man, not everything's meant for the camera and for likes and views and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that'll ruin people too. It's like you throwing everything out there, and it's like, hey, man, that wasn't really necessary. You ain't have to put that out there for everybody. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? You losing people because you doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, hey, that's good for you for saying, for keeping things confident. You know what I mean?
But that's how I am, even if I wasn't streaming before I was streaming. That's who you really are. If you can't do this every day, If you're not authentic, it's gonna come out eventually. If you're not real, everybody's gonna know you're not real. So who I am, like I would call you anyway. If we were friends, I'm gonna call and check up on you regardless, whether I'm doing this or not, or if you have a problem and it's a real something, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing to check up and make sure you're okay. That's just normally, that's who I am outside of this, and I consider everybody in my community friends. I know something special about everybody in my community, actually. They'll share something that we know, and that's our thing. You know?
Oh man, see, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, so we had a message. So they said, tell them about the player's wife who reached out to you.
The player's wife that reached out to me. Wait. That's Ashley.
Ashley says, tell them about the player's wife who reached out to you. Remember?
Oh, Demario Davis's wife, actually. Her community, that they actually reached out because they were doing I think it was a food drive for kids. It was to help kids, educational food drive. And she asked me, can you just post this? Can you help promote this on your page and just put a post? And so I sent it back. I'll do more than that. I'll do a little video for you guys and whatever. And like I said, I forgot that even happened. I forgot that even happened. But that did happen when you were asking me about players reaching out. That actually happened.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what's up. So we got.
Go Bucky.
Go Bucky. Come on, man.
Hey, April. No. Let me get her. April, let me get her. April, go Bucks. Hey, April. I want to ask you, you know how pathetic it is that y'all had to go get a Hall of Fame quarterback from another team to win a Super Bowl? You don't feel embarrassed by that? You don't feel bad? Do y'all know the quarterback that y'all won a Super Bowl with will be remembered more for being with the Patriots than ever being with you guys? You feel good about that? You still want to say go Bucks? Do you still feel Bucky?
Oh, I like that though. I like that. See now I'm glad I didn't go ahead and
No, don't block them. Let them through.
Oh no, I'm talking about wearing my stuff.
Yeah. Oh, do that. Do it. You were gonna get me though. I'm not gonna ever do Bo Jackson, man. I love Bo. I wasn't gonna do Bo.
Yeah.
I was actually looking when you
said a lot of people hard. It's hard to talk about.
It's hard to talk about Bo. What you gonna do? Bo does it all. What you gonna do? Shoot. What you gonna say? I just gotta throw you the peace sign.
But that's what. Then I was like, yeah, let me throw it on. I'm throwing like that car jersey. He's like, nah, don't.
No, that's the car jersey we had.
I get roasted.
You gonna definitely get it. You just gotta get it from the community. I don't have to say anything. You jump in with a car jersey, is over with. I don't have to say nothing. And it's hard to explain the disconnect Derek Carr it has with the fans. I think, and what I attribute that to is that because if you know anything about Drew Brees is authentic, man. Everything about him is real, and you can feel it when he talks. He's not trying to bullshit you. But when Derek Carr speaks, a lot of fans feel like he's trying to bullshit everybody. It's hard to tell everybody I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then they see the product on the field and it doesn't match what you're saying, and it will definitely turn Saints fans on you. And there was an incident where he went at one of our wide receivers, our rookie wide receivers, Chris Olave, and had an argument with him on the field. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did that. And when he did that, it rubbed a lot of fans wrong because a lot of fans are Drew Brees fans, and he would never do that. So it was just a bad vibe like that. It gave the fans like, this guy's yelling at players. He looked a little unhinged, and you go from the calm, chill Drew Brees to this unhinged quarterback. And I think he didn't do himself any favors with the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, big shout out to Road Warrior.
Road Warrior. There you go, Ro. Let's go,
baby.
Let's go.
He said, "Oh, wait a minute. April's back." He said, "We already won. We already won one at that point."
It took you that long, April.
Said the best Super Bowl win was in 2002.
You see, look, they don't even take credit for the other Super Bowl. They know you gotta go all the way back to 2002. You know that other one was Fugazi. You know that. We know that.
Hey, big shout out to Rick for another 10 bomb. April is getting roasted.
April's getting roasted. She wanted it. She came with it. Hey, I like it, April. You're a Bucks fan. Come get it. Come get it.
That's what she said. It's okay, Rick. I know I'm outnumbered here. Hey, but it's all love, though. It's all love, though.
Yeah. You got to rep your team. You got to take one for the team. Look, Sasha, this is one of our family community of Big Bro Wiz, that got to do all that talk. Wait, what did she saying?
Hey,
Wiz,
Wiz, wait a minute, that got to do all that talk.
Yeah, they got to do all that talk.
Oh yeah, they got to do all.
They got to do. Sasha, they could come. Already. If you come forward, you got to take it too. You can't just give it. You got to take it now. April.
Yeah.
Who that? Locked in. Let's go, Lions.
Locked in. They said
what's going on? No more Lumas. Joseph says no more Lumas. Man, they're going crazy in here, huh?
Yeah.
I could be a Falcons fan. Nothing but love. You don't want to be a Falcon fan. You do not want to be a Falcons fan and come for me. Y'all be the only team that lost the Super Bowl after winning 28-3.5.
Yo!
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
That's what's up, though, man. With your communities and stuff like that, man. You say you kind of know stuff, but any of them like personally and such, or like got to know any of them, like hey, going to eat lunch here, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's link up or something.
No, but you know what? Like I feel like I do because I speak to him every day. But I was talking. Actually, that's where Ricky came in, man. Ricky came up with an ideal of doing a cruise, that hosts me and all my community, so that we could all hang out for a week. And I'm really thinking about doing it if they want to do it. Hang out for a week, and he said it's gonna dock us at a tailgate for New Orleans Saints game. So they'll actually get to watch a game with me too. So if they're down for that, I mean, we could do that.
Yeah, hey man, big shout out to Rick, man. He's great. Yeah. Rick and April, man, over there at the NOLA VIP cruises, man. They doing big stuff. And hey, doing
that was an April that was just in here. That was an April that was just in here. That wasn't
I don't think that's the same. No, I don't think it's the same.
I was gonna say, man, April, I'm roasting you. You got it.
but they doing that. The whole tailgate thing, you know what I'm saying? Adding that to the packages and stuff, man. So that's a real good perk for all Saints fans, man. I mean, to be included and stuff like that. When I spoke to Rick, and one of the things that I asked him right when we were talking about kind of, joining up. Oh, it is the same April. April, you didn't step in that water. Hey, nothing but love, April. Well, at least I'm real. Anybody can get it. Yeah. But one of the things he told me is like, you know what? I was like, do I have to change anything? And Ricky was like, no, you don't have to change anything. Keep being yourself. That was the one of the things I was worried about, because I want to keep it real with my fans. Yeah. If I don't like something, I want to be able to say it. So he was like, no, you don't. I don't want you to change anything, actually. Yeah. And I was like, that would be the same situation with Carr, where where he's saying one thing and doing another. Yeah, you're not instilling any kind of confidence from the people who you're supposed to be getting support from. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even that, you ain't even instilling confidence from your team. You know what I mean? Like that's even bigger. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that, man. I mean, dude, and community is part of the team, man. I mean, everybody's up for the ride and everything. Everybody's up for the excitement, the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm gonna tell you what. I really like the fact that you actually putting some knowledge out there as far as football stuff, because I watch football. I do a lot, and I support my team. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not all. Running the business stuff, I'm not always able to watch. I don't know the stats. I don't know all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So even then, some of the plays and stuff, it's like, why are you doing this? And for you to be able to take the time out to explain some of this stuff and explain maybe why they, where their head is at, why they may or may not have run this play, dude. That's man. That's some big stuff for you, man.
My community will argue with people who come in the chat, and they will argue intelligently. They know who's who. They know who we're drafting, why we're drafting them. They know what's what. You don't want to mess with anybody in my community, man. They can roast you better than me. I make sure that they know, so they, when they're speaking, they don't sound crazy, and they don't, man. Like I said, man, I love them, all of them. But it's fun, man. This is what I like doing. Actually, I love doing this. Sometimes it's a headache. I don't think people know the groundwork, and you should know by doing a podcast that it goes in. They think it's just hit a camera. It doesn't work like this. Like, especially for like Saints content, this is an all-day thing. When I turn off the camera, I have to do all the research and get all the information that they don't have time to do in their life. They're doing work, family. I have the same things going on, but I have to stop and do all the research, so the next morning I can let you know what's going on and give you all the info and send you off feeling better. We don't end our podcast until I want to make sure that when we end our podcast, everybody feels better than they were when they came in. That's the whole thing, man. You want to feel better about yourself.
Real. That's definitely real, man. Because I tell people, and people, I've had plenty of people come to me and they're like, "Hey, oh man, Dragon Rider. Hey man, I kind of want to do my own show. I want to do, I'm a gamer. I like to game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How do I get started? Where do I get started? You know what I'm saying? I start laying. Okay, let's get to the basics. Do you have a camera? Do you have the game? First of all, do you even have the game that you want to play? What I'm saying? Have you ever played it? Even if you've never played the game, acquiring the game is first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got to acquire the camera, which you do. Nowadays, you can pick up your phone. You know what I mean? You don't need all this.
You just need to be you. Be as real and true to yourself as possible. Exactly. If you feel like what I said was real and that's how I felt, then you just stand on that, and there's going to be like-minded people that's going to find you. Absolutely. That's just what it is.
Because not every niche works for everybody.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be on here like, hello, you.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You know what I'm saying? They're like,
look at
this clown.
Yeah, they're gonna read right through. Like, real. Come on, man. You gotta understand. There's no way. That's why I like I love what I do, because my community knows there's no way he can be on here every day of the week for a year, and this is not who he is. You can't fake that long. You can't. They know me, so they feel like they know me, and it's just it is. That's me. This is who I am. I don't have time to be anything else but than what I am. I'm a Saints fan, just like you guys.
So all right, so I mean, you've been doing this for a year now. Like, you've had some growth. Yeah, you've had your growth. You've got this community behind you. So what about your family and friends now? What do they think? What do they say now?
Oh, it's like it's day and night now. Now they pretend supportive now. You know how it goes. When things start working out, everybody act like they were always on that side. I knew you could do it.
I always had it in you, man. I knew it, bro.
Yeah, I kept the recordings though in the text messages.
Yeah. Look, hey, cause I had that like I've had some people like, oh man, what are you doing that your little show? You gonna do your little show, man? You gonna get on, you gonna turn on the camera, do your little show? Come on, man. Now it's like, yo, boy, proud of you, bro. Proud of you.
That's not what you said earlier. That's not what you said when I was putting this equipment together,
bro. And I mean, and it takes time, dude, because even especially if you're gonna get serious about it. It takes time to work your way up, acquire equipment, better and better equipment. Yes. You know what I mean? This and that. Even if you're trying to get to even bigger levels, you want to work on your lighting and stuff and this and that and everything, and all that stuff. Man, I mean, for what I've gotten to my setup, and I'm not even like, dude, I got this one little light dangling over here and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just threw some stuff up just to have some stuff, but you know what I mean? It's like, some of the other content creators that's a big thing with me is I like to network with other content creators because I like to see what they're doing, bounce some ideas off of each other and stuff like that. And even if we don't work together, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, maybe I may give them my idea to help out, with their show or vice versa. You know what I mean? And, it's like they say one of my big thing is lighting. I don't like a lot. Like I'm not a gamer. You know what I mean? I throw some lights back there just for some added stuff, but I mean, it's like the amount of money that I got in my stuff, that I know I got in my stuff, and the amount of money that they got in their stuff, jeez.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something that's wild. That's why I say everything is God. You just gotta pay attention to your purpose, because I about over 10 years ago, I got a degree in computer technology, and I would build building PCs. But when I got out of school, I was like, I'm never gonna use this. I don't really, when am I gonna use this? Let me go ahead and do something else. I fast forward now, all those things I learned then came into play now. It's crazy. I couldn't have seen over 10 years ago that I would be a podcaster, or I didn't know that I would be able to build my own layouts and all this other stuff. I just knew how to do it. I knew what to do because I had that in my background. So I was like, okay, I can hook this computer up. I can build a PC. I know how to do that. And you see what I'm saying? It all merged together, but it wasn't like I sat there and had this gigantic plan that this is how it was going to work out. It's just God, man. So you got to pay attention, even like the Madden trash talking and that having to be comfortable. A lot of times I look at it now, I need it because I would have been shy to be in front of a camera, but I spent so many hours in front of Madden being called everything but a child of God that, so, and learning to fight back verbally, to where when I got to this, it was like all of these things led me here. All these experiences led me here. You can find your purpose. You just gotta listen and pay attention. What have I done? Where have I been? Where is it leading me?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think second, man, is you really got to acquire the knowledge, especially in the realm that you're in. Like you said, man, hey, taking the time to do this, it's another job on top of your job. You know what I mean? To get to the stats, to get all the information. So you're delivering the information and the proper and the correct information. You're not just throwing some shit out there and wild accusations. You know what I'm saying? You're putting out information and having the resources to back it up.
And I merge it too, though. Like a lot of it, I'll take from my show is like a mashup of The Price is Right, Wendy Williams, First Take. I take all those things, like, what's fun for when Wendy Williams does her hot topics, or she used to do a little hot topics thing. And she's like, I'm going to spill the tea. Well, mine is I'm going to spill the coffee. And I get into that, the things that people avoid saying on their podcast, because it's like, this is a lot of drama. I don't want to unpack that. I dive right into that mess. Like if it's really some juicy, messy stuff, we'll say it. Like they love it anyway. It's just entertainment, Why are we not gonna say this person is doing this with that person, or this person that, some people steer clear of Derek Carr. We have Derek Carr, our quarterback, and our wide receiver Michael Thomas were going back at each other, And I'm like, why are we cutting around this? These guys don't like each other. Why are we acting as if it's going to be okay if this guy comes back to our team? It'll never work. They're going to get in a fist fight in the locker room. We just say the truth. Like, let's be honest. We do that. I told him, I said, there's a thing called secret beefing, right? And I call it secret beefing because they act like they're friends now, but they're really still beefing. And you know that? So it's like, I was like, come on now, let's stop pretending that these guys like each other. Can we stop? They had a falling out on social media with each other, calling each other names and everything else, and now they're singing Kumbaya. Do y'all buy that?
Nah. Hey, that's some agents telling them you better shut your mouth. Hold your hand before we put you in the big T-shirt.
So, that's it, man.
They said, all right. So we got you tell them the chip challenge. What's the chip challenge?
My community do it again.
Hey, you already know people, they gonna put you on the spot.
They put me on the spot, man. I did.
Was that hot chip?
The hot chip challenge. Actually, Ashley, who's in here, is the one who sent that to my house. I was talking trash, and she actually sent it for real. I said I would do the chip challenge, but there was no real pressure to do it because I didn't have to go out and buy it. I was like, if y'all send it, I'll do it. I did it.
Hey, you lucky you ain't had like 10 of them Jones sitting.
I wasn't gonna do. I could 10. One. I almost died. One. That is one of the worst experiences of my life. What they don't realize is I was hurting the entire. I did it on a Friday. The
Yeah.
entire weekend I felt that chip. I was feeling that the entire weekend. Even once the pain went away, it was the heartburn, everything. They don't understand that it was crazy, and they wanted it too. And I said I would stay on camera for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the worst 5 minutes of my entire life, man. I was drinking milk and eating ice cream, and I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Boy. Hey, if y'all don't know what it's like to be lactose intolerant, I'm gonna tell you what. He just said some words that I felt really, really.
Imagine them pushing you to that point, right? Imagine you, because I wasn't gonna go there. I was trying water and it wasn't working. Nothing. I got a fire. Like I need a fire hose to spray me in the mouth. It was bad. It was to the point where I'm just taking advice from the chat, and they're like, "You gotta get some milk. You gotta get some ice cream. You gotta get all this stuff." I was like, "What the hell?" You know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, you're a bigger man than me, because I tried some hot stuff one time. It was this was before the hot chip. It was just the hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Dude put a little dabble on my pinky, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't nothing. Next thing you know, I was like, give me something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I grabbed my cup of coffee, right? And I was like, I hurried up, drank my coffee. Okay, dude, I was hurt. The next day, bro, like even my lips were still burning, and I made me some coffee, and I didn't scrub it very good. So I made me some coffee, and I took a drink of my coffee, and next thing you know, it flared that shit right back up, dude. I'm sitting there crying. Everybody's like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, you mother, I was calling him all kinds of names, dude. I'm telling you, hey.
And let me tell you, look,
hot stuff ain't no joke.
I'm from a Cajun city where we eat spicy food all the time.
So and for you to say that's my, I'm like, I thought it wasn't.
I thought it wasn't gonna affect me. I mean, we eat spicy food all the time, like I said, but that's not spicy food. There's something in that. That's not. It doesn't even have a flavor. Just so y'all know, don't do that. It's not even a flavor. It's meant to. That is made in Satan's kitchen. That chip is made in Satan's kitchen. I'm not joking. Like,
burnt your taste buds straight off,
dude, and you can't get rid of it. It's all over your mouth. The roof of your mouth is. It's not a flavor. It's not like, oh, let me see how it tastes. It doesn't. It tastes like hell. That's what it tastes like, and it goes down like hell, and it don't want to go away. And you're trying to, but you know, with the giveaway, the giveaway for me. No matter how cool I tried to stay, I started to sweat. That, like, the more you try to hold it in, they see it's like, yeah, he's acting like it's not bothering him, but
yeah,
sweat's coming down. They're like, oh, he's dying. He's dying.
You got that look like, hey, what's up, guys?
And I was like, at a certain point, I was like, hell no. And I hopped up out the chair, and I knew. I was like, they just.
Hey, but hey, big up to you for trying that, Mac. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I've seen enough to know that I ain't.
I think it's still posted on my page, guys. It's still that I think it may still be posted.
Somebody just said it's just posted on you.
Yeah, it might still be posted. I don't want to see it.
So they said you got them on April Fool. What'd you get them?
Oh yeah, on April Fools. Oh, okay. I did 2 posts on April Fools. One of them was, we hate our general manager, right? A lot of us hate our general manager. So I did a post. That is
known. Even in Raider Nation, we know it.
Hates him. Mickey Loomis, they hate him. So I did a post, and it was a believable post, man. I put it out that he's retiring, that he's stepping down after this season, and I made sure I wrote it to where it was like. But the giveaway was the beat writer. I said, okay, this was by a beat writer, and I just spelled Wisdom the Gamer backwards into like 3 words. I forgot how I did it. It was like Raymer something T whatever, and so everybody who actually thought about it was like, nah, this is bullshit. You know, and everybody else, I swear to you, they bought it. I did one that we're bringing back Michael Thomas, who's always been like he's a polarizing character in our fans. And that thing got 2,001 likes, and people are sharing it. And I feel bad because after April Fool's Day, I didn't think about this. I never thought about it taking off to where after April Fool's, people believe it now. They're like, is this real? Is this real? Because it's not the first anymore.
Yes. Yeah. And it's crazy, man, because you'll get traction on the craziest post. You'll get traction like a month later.
Absolutely.
And it's like next thing you know, it takes off. And it's like, wait a minute, I posted that like a month ago, bro. Like
I tell everybody that, man. Anybody who wants to be a content creator, you can spend an hour or a day building something you think is gonna go viral and it'll dud. You can spend 2 minutes doing something that you're like, oh, it's not gonna go anywhere, and it goes viral. It's crazy. You're like, wait, that over this? Look the production value. Look the lighting. Look the editing on this. And you want that? Me sitting down with a teddy bear. Like what? Like what?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy what goes nuts, man. And then you got and as a content creator, I feel some type of way about that, man. Because it's like you put all this effort to this video, into this clip. You make sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and it goes nowhere. But you
rewatch it 10 times, right? You rewatch it 10 times to make sure everything is perfect.
Man, I wonder why that, man, because that was good. That was some good stuff. And then you just post some stupid stuff about a dog. You know what I mean? Like I post a picture of my dog, and next thing you know, I'm like, damn. He ain't doing nothing but sitting there looking at the damn camera. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious right now.
I have a theory about that, though, man. You know what? I really think it goes back to what you said earlier. They can feel when something's real and when something's over edited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we know you're creating this to get likes, as opposed to you fall down some steps and somebody caught it on camera. You know, you know what I mean? Yep. They know that was real, and they can see the pain on your face. You're not that good of an actor. You're not Denzel. That hurt.
All right, so look. All right, so I have 2 questions that I always spring on my guests.
Okay.
All right, so hey, for those that don't know, this is unscripted, unedited, unfiltered. You know what I mean? So hey, wherever the conversation goes, it goes. You know what I mean? So. Because it's called Behind the Bullshit, so there's 2 moments in your career that I call positive bullshit, negative bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. So positive bullshit could be, oh, you know what? Somebody said no to me, and I was really wanting to work with this person, and they told me no, but that led me into another, saying something else that would, helped me boost my career. You know what I'm saying? And then another one could be, and then on the flip side of that, some negative bullshit is something that just happened. It happened throughout, whether it's in your career, personal life, or whatever, that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy.
Okay. The positive.
So positives. All right. So put it like this. All right. So here's my example. So my positive is when I first started this show, I reached out to a guy, and he was like, "You ain't big enough. Hit me back when you bigger." And it kind of, it hit me in the feels, but I kept going. And my next guest was even bigger than him, and boom, I started doing a bunch of stuff. And then later on down the road, he hit me back. He's like, "Hey man, I'd like to be a guest on your show sometime." And I told him he wasn't big enough.
Dude, that's mine. That's mine. That's my exact experience. The gatekeepers, right? You went through the gatekeeper.
Yes.
Okay, I've been through the gatekeeper too. Like, as I'm starting to blow up, I'm reaching out, and I'm not even gonna justify putting out their name, because I'm not even gonna help promote you because you didn't want to help me. Anyway,
bam.
Y'all didn't want to help me. I reached out and I was like, "Hey, I'm starting to take off. How do I do whatever?" And it was almost like, "No, I don't have time. Whatever." Same person. "Hey, you want to collaborate?" "No, I don't want to collaborate now. I'm bigger than you." Of course you want to collaborate now. I don't need you to. Like, why? Like, no. Take your stuff somewhere else. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm kind of glad, though, because not all help is not good help. You know what I mean? I needed to stay me. I didn't want my content to be like their content, and because I didn't have any help, I was able to just keep it 100. I was able to keep it real and make it, this is my content the way I want it. If I land, or I feel like that, I feel like everybody doesn't mind failing if they feel the way they want to fail. You know what I mean? Man, if I did it my way.
Yes.
If I did it my way and I feel I can
did
deal
it
with it.
my way.
That's right, man. You know, Frank. Let's go, Frank. You know, if you do it the way you want to do it and you fail, you can deal with it. But if someone else tells you how you should have done it and you go that way and you don't do okay, you're gonna feel some kind of way.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely, man. Hey, that is definitely 100. But and like I said, hey, look, not everything works for everybody. Not every gimmick, every niche, whatever works for everybody. Because you know what I mean. Hey, you stick to yourself. Boom. Well,
Keep throwing darts.
Hey,
keep throwing darts.
Even if you sitting here, look, I'll tell you what, man. When I first started out, there was this one stream I did, and I was literally talking to myself for like 2 hours. Shit you not, dude. I was just on there just talking about stuff, going. You know what I mean? And a buddy of mine, he hopped in and he actually hopped on the stream and everything. And he was like, he was chatting with me for about 5 minutes. He's like, all right, man, I gotta go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. He said he went to the gym. He came back. My ass was still on screen running my mouth about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it was like, okay, little opportunities started coming and everything. You know what I mean? And so it's like, even if you talking to nobody, just get out there and do it.
I told my son-in-law wanted to get into this, and he was talking, and I watched a little bit of what he was doing because he's like, I'm gonna start doing this. He wanted to do like Apex streaming, so I watched him, and I saw him get to the point where he wasn't talking anymore. He just was like, I'm not talking. There's nobody in here. So when I spoke to him, I was like, do you know that even if you're not speaking to anybody, 2 things. 1, you learn how to express yourself regardless, and there's people that go back and watch those videos. So you're not talking to the people that are there live. Sometimes you're talking to someone that's going to find your video later and follow you. So talk like there's somebody in there, because there may be somebody in there at some point, even if it's not when you're live.
You never know who's watching. Find you. You never know who's watching.
Dude, when I go live, I may get maybe 500-600 people that'll come through when I'm live. And when I'm not live throughout the day, by the end of the day, it's 2,000-3,000 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That came and watched the show after it went live.
Yeah.
So if I'm just worried about who's in the chat at the moment, then, you know, and I'm not giving them a good show, I'm forgetting about the people who are going to pick this up and want to watch it later.
Absolutely, man. See, that's what I'm saying. That's that mindset right there. That's what helps push you beyond what you think you're capable of. You know what I'm saying? That mindset right there, you know, especially in this content creation, because you got to think of your different, you know, the different, especially gaming though. Gaming, I've noticed is real cutthroat, especially if you are trying to be a Fortnite streamer. I'm gonna tell you what, you are competing with a million other people. If you're trying to be Apex streamer, you are competing with a million other people. You have to go above and beyond and put on an extra good show to even get in the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? And just some of the things you say and this and that, there's a whole lot that goes into it. But it doesn't mean stop. Keep going, because you know what? You may get a ninja just happen to be, you know, because everybody knows Ninja's big Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
So you never know. You may be playing Fortnite and everything, Ninja pop up. And Mr. Beast has done this to a lot of different content creators. Hey, we've seen some of the restreams or whatever when he was just like, he just popped into somebody's stream that they had like 5 people watching. Next thing you know, the whole stream just blew up. They're like, oh, Mr. Beast is here, and he subbed so many. Dude, the stream went crazy, and that content creator actually went on to have a good, you know what I'm saying? So it just goes back to say, you never know who's watching and when they're watching. It just continue to be you, continue to put out content, especially if you're going to be doing this, you're trying to be serious about it. Yeah, put in that work, baby.
The biggest advice I can give any content creator that's starting is market yourself. That's the key. You have to market yourself more than just sitting in a stream. You have to put yourself out there. You do. You do. Yeah. You have to. Streaming is the last part to me. It's always been, that's the last part. How are you getting out there? How are you reaching people so that when you go live, there's somebody watching? Because most of the time, they're not going to find you sitting in a room. You have to put out videos. You have to make sure people know who you are so that when you go live, they don't care if you're streaming Madden, Apex, Fortnite. They don't care. They're there for you. They're not there for the game. They're there because of the personality. Most of the biggest streamers are personalities first. It doesn't matter what they stream. If they turn on the stream and play Mario, you'll watch. If they play tic-tac-toe, you'll watch because of who they are. And I give this reference. I tell everybody, anywhere you go on the interstate, you'll see a McDonald's sign, right? They market well. You'll see those arches at every exit, right?
Yes.
Probably some of the worst burgers on earth. You know, but
that's real.
That's real. You know, like every city has a better burger place than McDonald's, right? You go in the city, they'll tell you, hey, you know, if you really want a real burger, go down the road here, take a left, whatever, right? But you don't find those places. You see McDonald's beat them to the punch. Yeah. McDonald's got those big arches in the air, like, hey, look, we're here. Location. Easy. Get off the exit, go into McDonald's. Are you gonna go searching in for a burger place into town? Probably not. McDonald's knew that. They know that. We don't have the best burger, but we're gonna market
5 screaming kids in the back seat screaming, I'm hungry. Hey, you
you don't have time to go find, man, hear a nugget and shut up.
Going on an adventure.
They understand that. And I think that's what a lot of content creators miss. They don't market themselves. They're marketing the game. If people want to play Apex, they can buy a PlayStation or buy Apex. I'm pretty sure it's free. You know, if they want to play Apex, they're coming there for you. So market you. Don't market the game. The game is going to market itself. Market you. That's the advice I can give you.
And I'm gonna tell you what, Kai came out the other day and said that like he had made he had 1 month he had made an absurd amount of money. I'm just throwing it. I forget what the number was, but let's say 4 million. So he was like, okay, out of that 4 million, I didn't really make much because he's got to put so much back into marketing. And that's a lot of people don't understand, man. Marketing is very, very expensive. It is far few and in between for somebody to come across your stream and guess what? You're an instant success. You know what I'm saying? You've got to put so much money into yourself, into marketing yourself, like he just said, that you just got to do that. It's part of the game. You want to play this game, it's part of the game. You got to pay to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about because buying because a lot of people, I notice a lot of people they try to buy a lot of subs and try to buy followers and stuff that. Yeah. Dude, there are so many things out there that people can figure out. You know what I'm saying? Especially say if you got 1 million followers, right? You got 1 million followers on YouTube, right? Yeah. You on your live stream. Yeah. You got 5 people watching and maybe one person commenting. That's a botted account. There's a lot of ways to spot botted accounts nowadays. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
it happens
that's because they're not marketing. They're not marketing. They're buying these bots instead of marketing, and that don't work.
But sometimes I'm going to tell you what happens with that too. A lot of times, some of these people, they can have a legit following because something they did went viral. Yeah. But after that, those people look at it like, I don't like the rest of your content. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like the rest of your stuff. Like I followed you. Too. I followed you because you did this. But now that you pivoted to something else, I'm not interested.
Or you doing the same thing all the time?
All the time. Yeah. So you had a lot of followers and they're probably still there, but they're not interested in you anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Because there was a person I know that they had this dude 60 million views overnight. It was just went crazy viral. The next video, I think it got a couple thousand maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh man, you go viral, but what's next? What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do to keep that that attention? You know what I'm saying? Just because you put out one video and you make it doesn't mean that doesn't mean you're successful. That means that one video is successful. Now you gotta do it again. That's the hard part. Yeah. Do that shit again.
And you have to keep evolving. That's really what it is. Like a lot of times, some people they'll go viral for one thing, and then they'll branch off into something totally different, a whole different thing. And it's like, it's not working. If you want to grow, it's like a tree. You branch out, but you keep that base. You know what I mean? This is the roots of who I am, and I'm going to expand upon that. If you want to reach out, expand. Don't cut down the tree, you know. Yeah. Yes. You know? And that's what a lot of people do, man. And I see it and I just shake my head. I was like, dude, you killed your own community.
There you go. There you go. All right, so let's see with your negative bullshit. What would be a negative bullshit moment in your career as a content creator?
Negative. Oh, uh, watching the Madden community turn into what it was just negative. Like, man, I even hate to go into that one. I really do. When I watch the Madden community it became on Facebook. It became super toxic. It was bad. It went past just playing a game and talking trash during a game. Yeah. They started having content creators that were bringing in people's personal lives and all that, and it kind of it backed me up from it, because we're playing a video game, and if you can't lose at a video game and just take that, I just felt like that's one of the things that kind of removed me. So a lot of my Madden fans are like, why don't you play Madden anymore? It's because it became so negative, and it wasn't exactly towards me. It's just watching some of these players say, hey, I'm gonna find you here, or we're gonna meet up there, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. If this is what it's becoming, I'm out of this, and that was just, I'm trying to find the positives in coming back to playing Madden for everybody, and I do it every now and then, but it was bad. That part of it I don't like. We can keep everything.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, I've noticed that some of these gaming communities are just as toxic as crypto communities, because I'm real deep into crypto, you know what I mean, and it's like there's been communities where it gets so toxic that I'm like, I'll sell my entire bag. I'm done. Yeah. It's like I'm done. I'm out of this, because I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be associated with the bullshit that y'all putting out there. I don't want to be associated with that, because that's gonna ruin my name. That's gonna ruin my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
That's crazy. The point. That's why, like, oh, why don't you want to do it? Is because it's too much, and I think it's cleaning itself out, because just like anything, all the bad seeds are going. They're leaving because there's nothing for them here. People aren't watching that. After a while, and I told him I look at it as like like boxing. I'm a big boxing fan, big UFC fan. Okay. And I look at it like boxing. You talk a lot of trash. You guys are back and forth talking, but you're never really gonna meet up. There's never gonna be a fight. You're probably not gonna play Madden against each other, because so after a while, people tune out. There's no benefit to watching you. Just two people going at it back and forth with no payoff. We watch boxing because we know no matter how much trash they talk, these two guys are going to fight. We're going to see a fight. We're going to get a conclusion to this. Right?
Hey, but I tell you what. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what though. Hey, for you content creators and influencers out there, if y'all really want to fight, there's such thing as called Influencer Fight Club, baby. Influencer Fight Club, it's a real thing. Hey, check them out. Karate.com is Karate Combat Influencer Fight Club. Yeah, you really want to go to blows? You talking that talk? You can go ahead and walk. You got the opportunity now to walk that walk.
You got about 1,000 content creators now with their eyes open, like, what?
I'm dead at.
They're like, really?
This ain't even a little small. This ain't even small time either. Like, this is like these are.
I never heard of it.
Swear, I never heard of it. Check them out. Karate.com.
I'm definitely gonna
Influencer Fight Club.
Oh, I tell you, a lot of them are gonna be like, "No, I didn't want to go that far."
I'm gonna tell you what.
They like to be in the safety of their mom's basement. That's where they like to be.
Hey, but look though, hey, the Paul brothers, man, they started. I believe they started that genre of the, like, influencers, like, actually, saying going to blows with each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So with Misfits, you see KSI out there. They all started out as content creators and influencers and shit. And now they big time stars now. You know what I mean? So hey, put your money where your mouth is. Get in contact with Influencer Fight Club.
I'm gonna start dropping that link in content creators. When they start doing that again, I'm gonna just start dropping that link in there. In this chat.
Swear, yes. I love it, man. I love it. Well, look, we're getting close to time, man. Len, I really appreciate you coming out and giving us the 411 on how you got started, where you are now, man. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, the type of person you are, the energy you bring. I've seen, like I said, I watched before we even got on this. I watched a few of your shows, man, and you are really bringing the sauce. You continue doing what you're doing, man. You're gonna reach heights. I'm talking about heights where I'm talking about you're gonna be the ones where, hey, look, where people are like, yo, man. Oh, remember when we was cool back? Hey, can I get in on your stream, bro?
Yeah. They already starting that mess.
Is that right? I'm serious, man. It's like that, man. But yeah, dude, you very, very, dude. I'm telling you what, you are one of those content creators that I see now, especially, dude, with the knowledge that you bring to the table. It's a big difference, man. And you are in your niche, and can't nobody replicate that, man. So big hats off and rounds of applause to you. Congratulations. Big shout out to the community out there, man. Y'all showed up and showed out for your man, for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so big shout out to you guys, because at the same time, without y'all, he wouldn't have the growth that he has. So big shout out to the community and stuff like that. Big shout out to my community for showing up, showing out. You haven't already, make sure y'all go and this way. Make sure y'all go and follow, like, subscribe on all his socials and stuff like that. It's lots of good time. Show him some love. Let's do the thing. Don't be cheap. Throw some subs. It's only $4.99?
$4.99.
It's $4.99. It's $4.99, man. Get your subs, man. You might be able to get in on some exclusive content stuff. You never know what comes your way, but definitely show up, show out for the ones that are being real out here. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, make sure you follow, like, subscribe on all my socials.
Oh, wait. I got to give him the outro. Finish that.
Let's go. Let's go with the outro, man.
Let's go. I can't go without an outro.
Okay.
Are y'all ready? Not the greatest of this time. Not the greatest of that time, but the greatest New Orleans Saints content creator and community of all time. This is your boy, Wisdom the Gamer, and the We That Nation community. Y'all know who runs the South. Who that? I'm going to throw it back to my boy Vince so we can get out.
Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So that being said, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the love, and I'll see you later.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit.